Good morning, guys. This is Mrs. E. I want to quickly go through the slides for this week. I'm going to cover the first 3 days. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we start doing something different, or there's an extra thing we do on the 4th. So I'm going to wait on that. And you guys kind of go at your own pace. So you'll kind of see each week there'll be slides, and each day something to do with those slides. So you decide, if Monday's a good day for you to get a bunch of stuff done, do it then. If you want to wait until Wednesday, nothing is going to be due really until Friday. So you have time during the week to kind of figure out what works best for you. But having said that, I want to go through the slides with you just kind of like we were in class. But we are doing, for the end of the school year, you're going to write a realistic fiction story. What that means is you're going to be doing a little bit of research about a topic. Use that research to help you inform and write your story. So we're going to go through that today. You are going to, for this week, start looking at some articles, some nonfiction articles to help back up your research. So that'll be the first thing you're thinking about. But your first really big job is going to be right here is to pick your research topic that's going to kind of serve as your background. Then we're going to research that topic, and then there's going to be some independent reading along with it. So the slides are arranged, like I said, you might do days 1 and 2 on Monday, and then do the rest of the week on Thursday, or if you like to have a schedule and do a little bit each day, you know yourself. So do what kind of works best for you. And if you have questions about it, feel free to email me. I'm going to be around and have access to my email, and we'll get back to you as quickly as possible. So for today, first thing you're going to think about is, what do I want to research? What's a topic that I know something about, or I want to know more about, a topic that I like, a topic that I think is interesting, that I can really write a short story about. So that's going to be kind of your first goal. If you need some help about what is realistic fiction actually, there's a video link here and you can click on it, and it gives you the traits of realistic fiction. So we've talked a lot about different genres. We've talked about science fiction, and we've talked about historical fiction and nonfiction. Well, this is going to be a fiction story based in real life with some realistic background. So like this says right here, it's a made-up story that feels like real life. So a lot of what you guys read. And this next page has some examples. Wonder, The Hate U Give, Everything, Everything. So think about the stories that you read, and what topic could you pull out and do some research on and write about yourself. All fiction authors do research. So for example, The Fault in Our Stars, he talks about, John Green was the author, and he talks about, I talked to a lot of families, people with cancer, and I read a lot of books about cancer, which were extremely helpful in writing a story about a young girl who has cancer, and the guy that she falls in love with who was recovering from that. So research is needed to write a really good book, to make it realistic, to make it something that makes sense and that you're interested in. Okay? And then, so right now, your goal is to pick a topic, something you want to learn more about. Your whole story is not going to have to just focus on that, but your conflict, your big thing that happens, your turning point needs to be connected to that topic. For example, if I research something about hockey, realistic fiction story might be about a kid who's trying out for the hockey team. And then your details, all the research you did, make that story come alive. You don't have to have your story figured out yet, but you do need to start thinking about a topic so we can get started. There's a list on there of some ideas. This is not the end all and be all. Any topic that's kind of school appropriate, you can cover. So this will give you some ideas, and then you can go from there. You're going to keep your topic pretty narrow. So there's some examples here. Sports, what sport? Hockey. Okay, I'm going to be specific. Family issues, what are we going to talk about? Okay, divorce. So think about how to keep it specific, or else if it's too broad, it becomes too hard to write a short story about. So your job right now is to select your topic. There's going to be a link here for topic selection, and you'll open it up, and when you do it, you'll type in your name, you'll choose Ms. Carlson, or you guys will choose me, so Zabrowski, and then click on the hour, and really all you're going to do is give me your topic, and I may come back and say, well, that seems really broad, or can you narrow it down? So you'll have to we'll go back and forth on that, but your homework part is to submit that so you have it. Okay, I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint. And then we have day 2 and day 3 I'm going to go through today, but you don't have to have, like I said, it's later in the week. Once you've picked your topic, you're going to start to think about 2 sources related to this topic. You can do 2 articles. You can watch a video online. That can be one article. There's some examples of questions down here, thinking about how to research your topic. For example, so if I did gender equality, and I'm thinking about sports, why females don't have the same opportunities as the boys, thinking about writing a story about a girl who wanted to play football. You can go to Newsela, you can go online. You've done this before with our nonfiction stuff, but looking at girls, football, lots of different articles popped up. I found 2 that were interesting to me. One was Homecoming Queen Swaps Tiara for Football Helmet, and then Carly Lloyd, Football Kick Sword, but will NFL ever hire women? So there's 2 articles that I found. Then you're going to do this 3-2-1 strategy. So you may take notes as you do it. You don't have to print the articles out. You can just take notes as you go. And you're going to look for 3 things. 1, 3 things that you learned from the article. 2, what are 2 things you found interesting or might want to learn more about? Or 1, what is 1 question you have? And then there's going to be a link, just like with the topic submission link, that you're going to do. Put your name, put Zebrowski, put your hour, what your topic is, title of the article or video. So it would be the Carly Lloyd, blah, 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 blah. What 3 things you learned, you can label it 1, 2, 3. What are 2 things you found interesting? What is 1 question you have? And then you will send that and I will get that and that will count as your homework for that. Okay, so that's your first 3 days or so. You're gonna have, these aren't due until Friday, so you'll have until Friday to do them. I just want to introduce them today. So if today's the day you feel like doing some work because you've just been bored at home, here you go. If you have questions about it, shoot me an email. If you're not sure if your topic is okay or you have questions about your topic, shoot me an email. We'll kind of work through this. This week will be just figuring things out. We'll kind of keep touching base about it, and each day we'll upload some information. But right now, thinking about 1 topic, 2, looking at and researching some articles. All right, have a great Monday, and I'll talk to you guys soon.